Some of it does appear to be transient or idiosyncratic. Inflation has persisted longer than we thought. You need a bit of a reset.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in and new home sales are absolutely tanking. But not only that, I'm gonna show you guys how interest rates affect pricing, because what's very, very interesting is the new home sales actually went up in prices 5.9% in July. So I'm going to bring up some charts as well today, and I'm going to show you guys how last month's drop in interest rates really affected our housing market. So even a slight drop in interest rates actually uprooted a lot of people that were out on the sidelines, came back to the market. The fear of missing out hit them, and it actually was big enough to where it affected prices of new homes. So I'm going to pull that up, but where we're going to start is we're going to read an article from Zillow that's titled July New Home Sales, the Construction Cool Down Continues. But remember, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor, even though my bio is as a master at playing hide and go seek, shark tagger wrestler for conservation only, and someone that's a little bit stressed out because I have to watch all three of my kids without my wife for the next 2 days. That's my bio. And if you guys can, for the effort, show me some love. Like this video, comment if you haven't, share this video, hit notifications, help me pass the message along. And I absolutely appreciate you guys. Let's get started on this article right now. Okay, so the article starts with a few data points. Let's go ahead and read this. There were 511,000 new home sales nationwide in July, down 12.6% from June and down 29.6% year over year from July 2021, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. That is a massive decline year over year. 30% that's really kind of hard to fathom, actually. The median sales price of new homes sold in July was $439,400. And you guys will notice that where's the optimism? Like, Zillow's not being optimistic. Prices actually went up. Why aren't they saying that? The one time Zillow can continue their narrative and be over optimistic, they don't. This is crazy. And I'm going to show you guys on some charts. The seasonally adjusted estimate of new homes for sale at the end of July was 464,000, a supply of 10.9 months at the current sales rate. So this data is very, very interesting. Not only have sales plummeted about 30%, but we have inventory of about 10.9 months, which basically tells us that new home sales is now a buyer's market. So if I'm out there purchasing new home builds, I'm going to be mean. I'm going to ask for every single thing, closing costs paid for, all the amenities, all of that stuff. If I was out there purchasing, which I'm not, and I'm not suggesting. I also find it, again, it's really interesting that Zillow is not pointing out the month over month price growth. I find that very, very, very intriguing. And again, I want to really show you guys the reason why I believe the home prices went up 5.9% in July is those interest rates going down. And there was like a little bit of that fear of missing out in the market. And I think you guys remember that. And I'm actually going to bring Jeff M on my channel. We're going to do a video called Buyer's Remorse. I'm going to bring on Jeff, and Jeff is going to tell us about all the emotions he's going through. But I really love doing stuff like that because I'm always trying to figure out how to get you guys more involved with the channel, more involved on what I'm doing. I absolutely love it. You have no idea the synergy that I feel from working with all of my subscribers. And that's why I'm always telling you guys, read the comments, comment below, because the comments that I get, there's some people, absolute geniuses, absolute genius masters in their domain with the data. So read the comments, participate in the comments, and know that I appreciate you. Let's hop back into this article right now. So this is the remaining part of the article right here. It's not very long, but I want to point out the lack of optimism. You know, this is kind of one of the first articles I'm reading that actually kind of comes off across as cautious. So I really hope that Zillow continues that line of mindset. But let's read this. As the tides of rising housing costs sweep buyers off the shore of the for sale market, new home sales have been rapidly descending from the pandemic-induced peak to the lowest level since 2015. That's huge. Home builders have also pulled back activity after months of sustained hits to builder sentiment, reducing the number of new homes in the pipeline to be sold. As affordability remains a challenge for buyers, builders could continue to see the demand for completed new homes drying up. So a low flow of both new inventory and sales could continue into the months ahead. Builders are also struggling to find qualified buyers at an agreeable price, as many builders report an uptick in price cuts and incentives in an effort to meet buyers where they are. But that isn't enough to boost new home sales, as the July data was far below consensus. The housing market is in the midst of a much needed rebalancing as prices are leveling off, transitioning power back into the hands of the buyers who can afford to stick around. But the market is still a long way from finding a sweet spot, and discouraging new construction data shows how far there is left to go to reach a true equilibrium. So again, you guys, isn't it, I mean, I find this really astonishing. I really like that attitude that they have. I like the caution. I think it's a lot smarter. Zillow, like I've been saying, is now just becoming a news reporter. They're limiting their forecasting, and I think that's appropriate, especially because of how wrong they have been. But I really find it shocking that they didn't bring up that new home sales. The pricing of new home sales went up in July 5.9%. But what I also find interesting about Q2 of this year, Q2 of 2022, investors still purchased 20% of the homes. So when investors, and investor demand is obviously going down now, and we're starting to see that, but the more and more investor demand goes down, again, the more inventory will surge. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how inventory surges and the effects of inventory as we start going into months where traditionally homes come off the market. So it's going to be very fascinating to see what happens, September, October, November. I really think September, October, November is going to paint the picture. I think that's when we finally figure out, all right, here's the direction. Here's what everything looks like. It's in mainstream media now. We finally have a confirmed recession. All crap is going to hit the fan. That's what I expect. But what I want to show you now is the prices going up that actually Zillow did not even talk about. Take a look at the new Fred updated graph that came out August 23rd right now. All right, so as you see here, here's Fred. You guys know I absolutely love these graphs so much. I know so many of these graphs. This is the median sales price for new homes sold in the United States. And you guys know I've been talking a lot about this because it appeared to peak in April. And as of June, it went down about 13.5% in price. So this is a substantial price cut. But look at this. From June to July, the prices went up 5.9%. I'm really in shock that Zillow didn't even mention that. And here's what I'm saying. And let me go down so you guys can see the dates here. Obviously it goes here, June and July, right? So I kind of just want to show you guys what happened to the interest rates in July, because remember, in July, the prices went up 5.9%. But take a look at this next graph right now. Okay, now here's the Fred 30-year fixed rate mortgage average in the United States. Okay, so here's the end of June. Okay, so sales picked up in July. And what I want to show you guys is look at the trend from June to about right now. The interest rates actually trended downward from 5.7 to 5.13. So essentially that's giving about 6% in purchasing power back in the month of July. So I believe because the rates went down here, not only, did prices go up because purchasing power increased, but also prices went up because the fear of missing out is still not completely wiped out of the buyer's market. I believe that's also an emotional trend that we're seeing, because I experienced it myself with some of my subscribers. Jeff, I'm talking to you, and that's why I'm going to have Jeff come on our channel, because I want Jeff, as a consumer, as a first-time home buyer, and he's 29 years old, I want him to talk about the emotions that he's going through, and I want to be able to kind of give him a helping hand through that. Now, I know that it's Jeff's decision to buy a house, that being financially ready is the most important thing, but I really want to bring out how hard it is because of emotion, right? Especially for first-time home buyers. And a lot of investors kind of talk down on first-time home buyers because of that emotion. And that's why you guys see, a few days ago, I released a video with Lumberjack Landlord, and, I got a little bit of blowback from that video from some of my subscribers. It actually kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, because I really appreciate not trolls, right? I really, really appreciate my core subscribers. And I offended some people, and that part hurt, because what my intention was is giving you guys, first-time homeowners especially, first-time potential home buyers especially, more tools so that we could fight against these other people, right? So that we can knock out our competition. My intent is to continuously give you guys tools to add to your toolbox so that we are more empowered when we go to purchase real estate. And I hope that's the message that you guys are really getting from my video. Now, here's how I want to conclude this, okay? Remember this: you must formulate your own opinion. In order to properly formulate opinion, you must review the data. Traditionally, the most important data to review is your local market trends. But I also go to nationwide averages because I want to know that what's happening in the whole nation, but also I look at my local housing market, and my local housing market right now is going through a complete meltdown. Not only inventory is surging triple digits, but also price cuts are absolutely everywhere right now, especially with new home builders. But you guys stay busy, keep doing the work, stay out of debt, and remember this: be happy, be encouraged. The emotions right now, it's thick. Be aware of that, okay? Get your mind space and your mindset positive, encouraged, okay? I can't express how important that is, and I know it's hard. But other than that, you guys, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I do hope you got some value. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.